So now the carrots have had about 3 or 4 minutes to go in here by themselves. We're going to add the celery next. And then we're going to go ahead and just give them a little stir around, make sure they're getting browned and cooked on all sides. And that sounds delicious. It's hard for something to sound delicious, but once you eat it, you know what I'm talking about over there. So we're going to let the celery hang out for a few more minutes, and we're going to dice up these onions. The easiest way for me to cut these onions in 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch pieces is turn them on its side, give them maybe 2 cuts this way, turn them on the sideways, and give them maybe about 8 or 9 cuts along the grain, and then go against, like that, diced onions. So if you want them a little bit bigger, say we just go 1, 2, and make them a little bit wider. That's about a 1/2 inch dice. Right here it doesn't really matter because the soup, we can go with the 1/2 inch. It's going to have about an hour cooking time. When it's all done, you won't even see any of the celery, onions, and carrots. So, like I said, I do use a lot of onions and celery. If you want to use less onions and celery and carrots, that's a personal preference. I recommend you to make it the way you like to eat it. So let's go ahead and give it one more 1/2 of an onion. We'll set this guy over here. And we're going to add the onions to the mix here now. And once again, these are a lot of vegetables, but trust me, the end result is an amazing flavor combination. It's a stock that's a vegetable stock, and also going to be part of a stock for a soup in the future, maybe split pea and ham, or white bean, navy bean soup. So now we have the celery, onions, and carrots. We're going to have them in here for about another 5 or 6 minutes until they start to brown a little bit and lose some of their water weight. We're going to start a nice little vegetable stock. So we're going to go ahead and give these vegetables another couple turns, stirs. We're going to season them here in a minute. You don't really have to brown them ahead of time in the pan, but I like the way it smells. It just lights up the whole kitchen with flavor. And, it's amazing how people just start coming into the kitchen and see if they can give you a hand tasting. So we're going to stir these vegetables up. They've been in here for 5 or 10 minutes now, sauteing down. We're going ahead and introducing these flavors together to create another flavor before we add these other flavors together. But you don't actually have to brown the vegetables if you don't want to. The pot's going to be in the water, about a gallon of water for about 90 minutes, so it's going to absorb all the flavor of the vegetables. But brown them off ahead of time just warms the whole kitchen up with great flavors and good taste. And I enjoy doing it ahead of time, sauteing it this way. But if you like to add them to the water to heat them up, you can do that also. So now we've had a chance for about 5 to 7 minutes for these vegetables to cook down. We're going to add a few more ingredients to it. The first thing we're going to add is we're going to add this corned beef brisket. It's a flat cut. We're going to go ahead and throw this right at the bottom of the pan, fat side down. Let that go ahead and start browning up a little bit before we add our water. I got about a gallon, about 5 or 6 quarts of water over here that I went ahead and put in the microwave and heated up for about 4 or 5 minutes to get it at a warm temperature. When I incorporate it into the corned beef brisket, the water will be warm or hot, so it won't bring the temperature down of the vegetables, and soon to the corned beef that we went ahead and worked so hard to maintain this nice hot temperature to incorporate the rest of these ingredients in for the corned beef. I have some pickling spice we're going to add in a minute. 4 or 5 bay leaves. It's one of my specialties. I think that's a subtle little hint. And an elephant garlic toe. It's not quite a toe, but we're going to cut this real quick and prep it for the corned beef. And I'm going to leave this in big pieces so we can pull them out easily, like we will the bay leaves. So maybe about 10 cuts. And we're going to add those here in a second.